welcome, Amechi Jonas. Thank you for joining, Amechi.
Promise not to come to pass.
Bluetooth mode.
Who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our commission. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bige. He said,
You're welcome, fellow Biafran. Rosaline AK, you're welcome, Rosaline. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate every one of you that have connected. I thank you for connecting wherever you're connecting from. No matter how few we are, please, as you join, kindly share the broadcast on your platform, share to family and friends, share the program, and reach out to anybody you can be able to reach. Every platform you belong, share there, share to friends, even our enemies, you can share to them so they can get the information, because we will never relent in sending this message, no matter how they try to stop us, no matter how they try to cage us and try to limit our viewers and our effect. We will continue to speak and the world will hear us. I appreciate everyone that have connected. If you are joining from Biafra land, I say my special thanks goes to you. If you are joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, whichever part of the world you are joining us on this program, I say may Chukwu continue to guide you, protect you, secure you wherever you are. Today we have come once again, as usual, to speak to Biafran people, and today we are talking about emancipation of the true Biafrans. That is what we are going to discuss today. Emancipation of the true Biafrans. We will continue to make wave, we will continue to speak, and we will continue to lay our voice. We will never give up, no matter what the enemies are trying to do, no matter the attack of the enemies, no matter where they are coming from, whether they are coming from east, west, north, or south, whichever part of the world they are showing their ugly face from, we will never be distracted. I appreciate every Biafran that is still standing firm up to today. This minute, I use this minute to appreciate you and recognize you wherever you are, anybody you are, any place you are, as long as you are still standing firm, genuinely pursuing the Biafran freedom. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect you and secure you. We are in a very critical time. The emancipation of the true Biafrans has already started. It has already started. It is no longer the time when we will have to move like a crowd. It is no longer the time when we have to move like a crowd, like a sheep without a shepherd. No. Our spirit Nnamdi started this emancipation, and today we are taking that emancipation to a different level. And you can see that today, the genuine Biafrans, those that Nnamdi called upon when he was saying the people that were born from their mother's womb to pursue Biafra, they are out today. And it can never be business as usual. You can see so many progress that have been made. You can see so many successes from right, left, and center against all odds, against all the attack, all the blackmail propaganda and heavy media attack. And yet we are making waves and we're making progress on a daily basis, and we will continue to make progress. So if you are on this struggle and you're still standing up today, you have to give an applause to yourself. Applaud yourself. You deserve it. And I tell you, the emancipation will continue, even on the high speed. I use this opportunity also to recognize our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi, who has given us that opportunity, who has woken us up, laid a solid foundation which we are following today. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect him. And I recognize our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazen Samuel Ekpa, who is today piloting the affair of the IPOB and the restoration of Biafra under Biafran Republic Government in Exile. He is doing a marvelous work. He is standing firm, doing the needful. Against all the attack and intimidation, he is not shaking. He is not distracted. He is focused, doing what he needs to do. And I bet you we will continue to make way. Kingsley, Washington, thank you for joining. You're welcome. Please, as you join, share the broadcast to your nearest neighbor. Share the broadcast to your family and friends. Make sure you share to at least one person, because that is the only way we can be able to reach out to people. You know, the YouTube and the other social media network, they don't promote our videos and they don't send notification to people. So it is you and I that will continue on this radical evangelism to make sure we reach out to everybody that we need to reach out to. As for me, as long as I have my life, I will continue to speak on behalf of the Biafran people, making our voice being heard and bringing our plight to the whole world. That is what we do here on a daily basis. Encouraging Biafran people, setting the record straight, debunking every lie against our Suda Mazen Nnamdi, against Mazen Samuel, against the Biafran people in general. That is what we do here. We speak the truth and nothing but the truth. We don't come here to blackmail or instigate violence anyway. No. What we do here is to set the record straight and say the words the way it is without being politically correct. And today we have come once again. Everywhere you are in Biafran land, I am talking to people who are from the old southeastern region, the present south and southeast, with the lower North Benue. Wherever you are in that Biafra land, wherever you are, and your grandmother is tying 2 pieces of wrapper, you are a Biafran. There is no two ways about it. You are a Biafran, and this message is for you. The time has come when we have to be speaking in one voice and speak as Biafrans. We are calling for unity of Biafra, the unification of Biafran nation. Those of you who think that you can make a headway or you can be recognized by denying your identity, sorry, you are going to meet your doom. Anytime you deny your identity, you are exposing yourself to danger. It doesn't matter the name you give yourself. It doesn't matter the person you say you follow. It doesn't matter the pride or envy and jealousy that is pushing you. Anytime you betray your people and deny whom you are betraying yourself. You are denying yourself opportunity to progress. You are denying yourself right to life. You are denying yourself what you are supposed to be. That is the absolute truth, undeniable truth. You cannot deny it. Anytime you continue to mention the one Nigeria, that you are part of it, anytime you continue to claim what you are not, you are exposing yourself to danger. I am giving this message because we are at the finishing point. The Biafra Republic government in exile today is not looking back, we are moving ahead, and you can see gradually our Prime Minister is unveiling state by state the Biafran states. The original Biafran state with their name. Our Prime Minister is unveiling them one after the other every single day, so that every one of us will know where we fall into. And I have said it, if you know what you can offer, if you know that thing that is boiling in you, that you think this is what is going to set the people of Biafra free, bring it into the government. It will be implemented. This call has been made several times. It has been made several times. It is a call for unification. As I'm saying this, I know already we have about 99% of Biafrans on board. 99% of Biafrans are on board. Those 1% that are confusing people and deceiving people, you are going to meet your doom. For the Biafrans who are still confused of what to say or what to do, you don't need to be confused. All you need to do is to put your head on the ground and see what is going on. Put your head on the ground and digest every single information that is coming out, right, left, and center, no matter where the information is coming from. When you digest it, you begin to get an answer to the long asked question. And when you get the answers to those questions, you have nothing to worry about anymore. You have to be focused on the real thing. And that is what we are doing today. The restoration of Biafra is a mandate that was given to every single one of us, including you that is watching me. For you to think that it's just about Mazi Simon Ekpa or about Mazi Nandekan, you are making a great mistake. And that is why you think that Mazi Nandekan should remain in jail. If you know whom you are and what Mazi Nandekan stands for, you should be crying and praying on a daily basis and wish that he comes out. You'll be praying and crying on a daily basis and wish that he comes out. And I tell you, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, nothing will stop the freedom of Mazi Nandekan this time around. And the freedom Mazi Nandekan is going to get is not a freedom that he will get and later on he begin to be answerable to anybody. He will have a freedom that he will only be answerable to the Biafran people. The restoration of Biafra has started. Emancipation of the true Biafrans has started. When you follow our Prime Minister's program, the unveiling of the states and the mechanism of the states, the format of the states, pay attention so that you know where you're falling and you begin to know what you can do. Pay attention, pay close attention, follow up the events so that you can know where you're falling. Biafra is no longer thought about in the mouth or just on Facebook or just by agitating. No. The Biafra Republic government in exile is doing a great work. And they are not just doing the work on the ground. They are bringing this to the front so that we can see what they are doing. Kingsley, Washington, you're welcome. They are bringing it to the front so that you can see what they are doing. Wherever you are today, if you are sleeping, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okikabemo, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. And those of you who are still doing the line of saying that we are not united, we are not together, it hurts me when I see Biafrans open their mouth and talk about saying that we're not united. I can bet you that Biafrans are much, much united than you can ever imagine. That we are vocal doesn't mean that we are not united. And when you are talking about unity, if you are expecting 100% compliance, you can't get it anywhere. Let me tell you, in any movement, in any request, in any agitation, when you have up to 60% compliance, you are good to go. Some of you are very good in telling us that democracy is a game of number. Some of you are very comfortable with the word that says the majority carries the vote. How can you know that the majority carries the vote, and yet you are saying that we are not one? Forget about those who are fighting against the struggle. Those who have been used by the enemy, they will always be there. The saboteurs will always be there. The enemies will be there. The Thomas will always be there. If you are looking for a time when there will be nobody opposing the struggle, you are wasting your touch time will never come. It will never come. When you check where Mazi Nandekan started, he began to win soul. And where we have gotten today, from the time he started and when he was kidnapped, and Mazi Simon Ekpa took over, without any hesitant. When Mazi Simon Ekpa started, people never believed what he was saying. When Master Simon Ekpa told us that Biafra is coming in 2023, people were mocking him. Up to today, people are mocking him. Even now that they have seen that the Biafran Republic government in exile is in action and they are doing work, they have seen that the Biafran government, de facto government of Biafra have been activated in homeland, yet they are still doubting. Some of you that have been very busy all this while asking, what is your roadmap? What is your roadmap? How are you going to get Biafra? Now the roadmap is playing out day by day. Securing of our land, the process has started day by day. And yet, you don't want to key in. You don't want to key in. You have to emancipate yourself from this mental slavery that is holding you. If you are still one of those that is still having this mental slavery, you have to emancipate yourself now. Because the train of Biafra have left the station. It has left the station. We are not waiting for anybody. We have the good number for us to move. We have good numbers to restore Biafra. We have good numbers in agreement with us. I can bet you that if referendum is conducted anytime, any day, Biafra people are good to go. And that is why you see that the zoo do not want to hear it in their mouth, in their ear. They don't want to hear it. Do not get discouraged or be carried away with people who are bent on fighting what is right. Do not get discouraged or carried away with people who are scared of standing up for that which is right. Do not be carried away with propagandas and blackmail. I bet you we are making a headway. Biafra people are going. There are so many things happening that is happening that you don't know. Some people that you never expected will join the struggle are now coming in. People that were against it initially, people who never believed that something is going to happen, they are believing, and confessions are coming. Calls are coming to our Prime Minister. It is not everything that you're going to see. It is not everything that you will see us play out to you. Some you will see it in action when it begins to happen. That is why each time I come online, I don't like to hear the idea of saying that the Biafrans are not united. We are united in a demand for our freedom. We are united in saying that our situation and condition in Nigeria is unbearable and we cannot take it anymore. We are united and we have gathered and said that the time is up for us to go. I can tell you that we have a good number. If 80% of Biafrans, even 70% of Biafrans are saying that they want to go, how dare you say that we're not united? How dare you say you're not united? Let alone when we have more than 90% of Biafrans preparing to go home. Don't get involved with those propaganda and blackmail. I tell you, the bad people will always be there. The saboteurs will always be there. The Judas will always be there. The Thomas will always be there. These people were there, even in the presence of Chukwu Okike in heaven, according to how we read in the Bible. They were there, and they still rebelled against Chukwu Okike. If people that saw Chukwu Okike in his kingdom with all the beauty rebelled against him, how much more on the planet Earth, where there are sufferings, where there are hardship, where there are so many kinds of challenges? So why are you trying to demoralize others and yourself based on what you see? Do not walk according to your own sight. Don't walk according to your sight, what you see. You have to do what you are doing and believing in what you are believing because of the promise Chukwu Okike himself have made. And when I'm telling you, I am not telling you to go and meet anybody to do any charm or do for you or pray for you. Pray by yourself and ask Chukwu Okike to reveal to you the state of Biafra. On your own, go back and pray. Ask Chukwu Okike to give you revelation about Biafra. I tell you, after you pray this prayer and you get the revelation, your life will never remain the same. So many of us today that are pursuing Biafra without looking back, pursuing Biafra without looking for any personal interest. So many of us have gotten the direct revelation of Biafra, and we know that the time is now, not tomorrow. Chukwu Okike has given the order that we should go and possess it. This is time for us to possess our possession. Have our freedom once and for all. This is a freedom that is going to be very infectious, that every African nation will be affected. Every indigenous tribe in contract with Nigeria will be free. The Western people know about this. They know. They know who the Biafrans are before now. It's not just today. They know who we are before now. And that is why they have started fighting from all corners, right, left, and center, trying to do everything they can to stop us. But they cannot stop us. They cannot stop us, no matter how they try. Oh, I can see the network problem have started. They are now trying to hold us. Let me try to refresh and get back. Please just hang on. Let me refresh. I will refresh and join you back. That is what we always face and what we meet up here. But we cannot allow them to stop us, no matter the attack they give to us each time we come online. We will never ever relent in what we are doing. We will continue to pursue the struggle, continue to set the record straight. That is what we'll face. Let me try to refresh and see how we can build. They have started. That is what we always face.